Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test account and we're going to be looking at, and we've seen it before, the Dreamy Garden. For those of you that are newer to AFK Arena that may have never seen this, I want to run through exactly how to complete this event. It is going to be coming up on the global servers in the next few days. And overall, I do want to run through the rewards after we do this. You can see the Dreamy Garden. We have our 4 adventures up here, and we also do have the radish right here in the back. So pretty cool overall. Now there are 15 essential phases to this. Each of these kind of like a grid formation where if you complete the vertical ones, you will actually get some loot. If you complete the horizontal ones, it'll be the same. You will actually get the chest over here, which is the chest of wishes that we've seen in previous game modes. So I want to run through this, show you exactly what it is. Now, once upon a time, it was very hard to get through this. It made you do a lot of stuff. There was literally only one goal. Very, very difficult to get through it. Time consuming to get through it. Ever since then, this is way easier. So using 2 support heroes and really looking at the victory, Arcane Labyrinth, Campaign, King's Tower, with multiple game modes, that's super easy to do, especially when you look at the campaign, going through their 2 support heroes in the same team. Now, of course, you can also lure 20 beasts during the event. Beasts we're summoning on a regular basis, meaning luring 20 beasts is going to be incredibly easy. Now, getting in here, this is a summoning event. So acquire 2 elite or higher Mauler heroes during the event. Stop doing your summons as of today. You want to wait for this to come up on global. Once it's up on global, then you can go ahead and do your summons. If not, a lot of players get burned by not having enough summons, spending all their scrolls, spending all their diamonds, not being able to acquire the heroes that are required for this event to actually get these. In addition, you are pulling 3,000 hero coins out of here. Now we know there is a new dimensional hero. Marimaru is coming from the slime anime, so we know saving these are going to be very important in making sure that you have enough for the exchange of the hero that is coming. Now, 3, sending companion points. Again, this is something you should be doing on your friends list every day, and this is yielding your labyrinth tokens. All 3 of these are going to give you a chest of wishes. Now, a lot of players ask what we choose out of here. There are really 3 main things that you want to focus on the chest of wishes, depending on where your account is. Now, number 1 being the emblem chest. Now, these, of course, are the red chests. When you look at heroes that are getting to a 30 signature item, even moving to a 40 signature item, this is a game changer. You have to have an astronomical amount of these when you're building out the heroes. Now, in addition, there are a lot of heroes that require the E60 engraving. So going past that 30 engraving, going to the 60, or even going higher, elemental cores are always going to be something that you're going to need. And then, of course, we have the baits. So again, getting Beast Resonance up to level 18 is really one of the big priorities in AFK Arena. Once you have it to 18, you can kind of set it and forget it. You don't have to worry about any more baits. We talked about this a little bit earlier in the live stream. Making sure that you have the baits and you're getting baits is imperative until you get those beasts up to the 18. Now, of course, going through the rest of these quests, undergo 5 hero ascensions, which again, building up the heroes that you're summoning, going to be very easy. Going through here, mage heroes, very similar to what we've seen to support, but you can also draw furniture in here. Again, this is added in here just to make it easier, because if you're pushing progression like I am, going through and doing these short of the Arcane Labyrinth, very difficult, but of course, going through with summoning furniture, very easy with that one. Then, of course, getting the Graveborn heroes out of that one, getting the Library heroes out of that one, Labyrinth bosses 15 times. Now, this also does count when you do the quick connect. So when you actually go through here and quickly go ahead and build out the Labyrinth or kill the bosses, it still counts. If you do the sweep functionality, it will still count for the Labyrinth bosses. So again, this is something you cannot go in and lose, because of course, with the Labyrinth, it is reset every 2 days, meaning you got to go in here and you have to finish this, giving you some Labyrinth tokens. But if you miss this one, this is again where we see a lot of players that miss it, because you only do have, I believe it is 14 days in total to go ahead and do everything in the event. Now, of course, this one is Warriors. This is Cursed Realm. So Cursed Realm you should always be doing again, so making it very easy to hit that second goal. Then we get in fast rewards multiple times a day. Even they give you over 10 days. So even if you're only doing this one single time, which I recommend doing it more than the one single time, it's going to be very easy to pick that one up. We have the tank heroes in here, and then it is the treasure scramble one time. So making sure that you're getting treasure scramble. For some newer players, it'll be easier to go through here with 2 tanks in a single battle. But if you're like me and you're going through a treasure scramble on a regular basis, Gold 2 will be very easy to go ahead and achieve. Participating in the guild hunts, this of course is Riz and Soren, have to be part of a guild. And of course, the guild is super important within an AFK arena because you get guild coins to go ahead and build out. So if you're not in a guild, and if you're not in an active guild, I really stress going in there, getting into an active guild, making sure that you're making progression. Then, of course, we have our Rangers in here, Shadow Invasion. Do the Rangers. If you've done the Shadow Invasion, it's kind of a pain in the butt, and it's very, very time-consuming. Unfortunately, it seems that's a game mode that I think AFK Arena forgot because we haven't seen anything in the Shadow Invasion. We've seen some more of the build-out or progression in different game modes. Shadow Invasion is something I believe at this point they have kind of forgot. Then, of course, we have our Wilder heroes and, of course, the team bounties, which is from the bounty board to complete this. Now, once this is completed in its entirety, then you get rewarded with this chest. So looking at the heroes in this chest, there is only one real hero that I would honestly choose, and that would be right here. So getting copies of Flora. So the reason why I recommend this is when you look at either getting Flora or getting Wukong, which are usually all of these events are going to contain one of the two. Flora is used in the Sol team, but Flora, once you get her up to 5 stars, so once you do max her out to 5 stars, you can exchange these Celestials for other Celestials and Hypos based on, and I believe for the Hypos, it's a 3-to-1. I believe it's a 3-to-1 split. So essentially, I can get 3 copies of a 5-star Flora, or having 3 additional copies of Flora. I can swap it for another heroes. Now, if you've seen the video where I did this for Kelthin, we actually used copies of Wukong and another hero. So we got 2 free copies of Kelthin out of the swap out of here. And I'm excited because, of course, most of you seen the reset video. I reset Wukong for Tarnos. Unfortunately, at this point, I haven't used Tarnos for anything. But with Wukong, I'm starting to build Wukong again because, again, that is a hero that I want to get up to 5 stars so I can get additional copies. With the additional copies, I can go ahead and swap them. Now, I'm hoping some point in AFK Arena, maybe in the future, that they're going to update this. Every one of your regular 4 faction heroes are unfortunately very, very severely outdated. And then, of course, looking down here at our Radish, this is one that honestly most people don't use anymore. I don't even know if there was any point that a lot of players were using the Radish. But again, when you look at this chest in its entirety, Flora is the only one worth getting. This hasn't been updated, God, since these heroes have been released. I know they did add the Beast in there, but ultimately getting 1 copy of Beast, especially if you're not building up that Beast, is not going to be beneficial at all. You'll just essentially go ahead and reset it if you get that copy. And you also do the Beast Resonance. You can reset it for a few more of your cards. But overall, it seems like Flora, with the ability to swap these heroes, makes a big difference within the Rickety cart. And of course, making progression as you get other copies. So overall, guys, the Dreamy Garden, pretty cool to go in here. And most of this, probably 90% of this, is just through regular progression in AFK Arena. Again, they need to update this thing eventually because there isn't really much going on. And we've seen this kind of run over and over and over without any changes. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Dreamy Garden. And as always, thank you guys for watching.